Yo, 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 yo. Peace, peace, peace. More peace. I want to get into this right quick. South America, I see ya. So you know what we're talking about. Let's make sure y'all can see this. And y'all can. Here it is. Quick commercial. Yo, 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 yo. Okay. All right, so here we go. We about to get into this right quick. Let me share the screen. All right. Boom. Boom. Audio on. Alrighty. Let's see. Alrighty then. So we want to start off right here.
Here we have this large pyramidal structure.
Look at that. What's it? Alright, well at least we have the audio. We rolling. Let's go. Bring it back up. Fair use. So now, again, I'm telling you that these cavemen are everywhere. That these cavemen are not just in America, North America. They're not just in Europe. I'm telling you what happened to the Mayans. Let's find out. Y'all see that, right? This is a cave culture. This is a cave culture in Peru. I tell y'all that the black folks, we lived in the lowlands. Highlands is the mountains. Big difference. Traveling up.
We're at a location called Ñaupa Huaca. You can try to look it up on the internet, but you may not find it. It's in the area of Cusco and the Sacred Valley of Peru. Now, the Ñaupa were an ancient people, or maybe people, who lived in this area about 2 hours outside of Cusco, Peru, in the very distant past. And how distant? There is an oral tradition relating to them. Now, the Ñaupa lived in a time when there was only twilight. And then all of a sudden, the sun became super intense. And they were forced to leave the surface of the earth and go underground. Well, historically, there was a cataclysmic event that damaged the entire planet.
So here we go again. We now in South America, back up in the highlands with some people in their historical legend leading them underground. How many people got an oral tradition that leads you underground?
11,700 years ago. That caused the rising of the sea levels by 300 feet, and that could have been the time.
So he's saying 11,000 years ago is possible. The sea rises, they could have drove some people underground 11,000 years ago. We just gonna hypothetically fall for that.
When the Ñaupa,
we ain't got to believe him though. We gonna let them tell their story.
In order to stay alive. And what we're at is a sanctuary that they most likely constructed. And you will be in awe when you see what it looks like.
It looks like a cave. Why would you be in awe of a cave? It looks like a cave. See that? Look at the chairs. It looks like a cave. It looks like what we see here in America. Cavemen. But listen to this.
Older people who has been inhabit this planet before.
He say hobbit? Did he say hobbit? He might have said hobbit. See, he told you about them hobbits, them underground folks. Come on, listen.
For these four human race, we have Otomis, we have Lemures, we have Atlantes, we have all of these kind of previous people. For us, the Ñaupas and the Machos has been
He just said all those previous people. For us, he got their own history. Those is different kind. Are you a man or are you a kind of man? One small step for man, one giant step for mankind. See that? What kind of man is he? He's a different kind of man. He not a Atlantean. We from Atlantis.
Those who has been inhabit here. And before of that, even they say that they used to inhabit this planet when
Let's go back a little bit.
Those who has been inhabit here. We have Lemures, we have Atlantes, we have all of these kind of previous people. For us, the Ñaupas and the Machos has been those who has been inhabit here. And before of that, even they say that they used to inhabit this planet when there was not the sun here. That it was like a twilight. Something like that, just in the morning, something like this. And when the cataclysm happened,
it ain't never been a time when there ain't no sun. It might have been a volcanic or cloud, but ain't no sun. See what I'm saying? Listen to these people explaining how they got underground.
Most of these people has been extinguished, but some other they refuse on under the ground in caves and so on. And they has been also reduced because they were giants. And they has been reduced their size to live there. And now they
you see that? You hear that? They reduce size now to live underground. Listen to this lie. Some people was extinguished and some people was giants and they got reduced.
But some other they refuse on under the ground in caves and so on. And they has been also reduced.
Cavemen, troglodytes, Neanderthals. You see that? Don't let them lie to you, tell you something different. These niggas is cavemen.
Because they were giants. And they has been reduced their size to live there.
What are you talking about? Hold on. Let's go back. What are you talking about? What size is that?
Average lifespan was between. A really good example on how big the structures would have actually been. You can see the caves aren't that tall. Females are between the height of about 3 to 4 feet tall, and males are between 4 to 5 feet tall.
So how tall are they? What did he just say? He said they was reduced in size to how tall?
Cataclysm happened. Most of these people has been extinguished.
See what I'm saying?
But some other they refuse on under the ground in caves and so on. And they has been also reduced because they were giants. And they has been reduced their size to live there. And nowadays,
that's crazy. Y'all believe that? Nobody believe that. These niggas reduced the size to 3 feet people living in caves. Let's show this bro. Show this bro looking in this cave and how small this cave is.
Up on the top there, so you can kind of feel the circular ventilation actually airing out the structures.
And this is New Mexico.
Completely different climate inside.
Yes, definitely. So this cave is a really good example on how big the structures would have actually been.
It's a doorway to caves.
You
It's a
can
gateway
see
to
the
caves.
caves aren't that tall. Females are between the height of about 3 to 4 feet tall, and males are between 4 to 5 feet tall.
See that? She taller than he is. Look at this. Look at this. Look how he looked to her. He looked like a giant. He looked like a giant compared to her. She's saying she 3 feet tall, she 4 feet tall. And this man is a regular sized human being. It's a big difference. Totally different. Thousands of these people in caves. Now let's get to the good part.
early in the morning and late in the afternoon, they come out of this kind of caves and sit there to take this light that was as it was before. Because if this come into the full light, they're going to be burned, they're going to be killed.
So when I tell you that they afraid of the sun, they living in the caves, they troglodytes because of the sun, the power of the sun, they telling you this. But he about to tell you why you left. What happened to the Mayans? What happened to the Gullah?
But they eat energies. So
they eat energies. You hear that? That's code word. That's slang. They eat energy. You come out of a cave early in the morning and you eat an energy. What that mean? You eating people. These is cave eaters. These is flesh eaters.
They're going to be killed. But they eat energies. So it is dangerous in our tradition to go to this cave when it's very early in the morning or late in the afternoon because these energies can touch you.
You see? Do you hear this? You wonder what happened to some people when the history is simply telling you what happened to some people. We have thousands of 3 foot, 4 foot cave people coming out the cave that eat energy, that will touch you. And this is their oral tradition. He's repeating his history. Not the history they're going to teach you in school, the truth.
Yes, and make you sick. Now, what it means to me,
dirty, filthy, cavemen, dwellers, underworld.
Touch you. Yes.
Let's go back.
It was as it was before. Because if this come into the full light, they're going to be burned, they're going to be killed. But they eat energies. So
they eat you. They eat you, brother. They eat you. They don't eat energy. They you the energy. You the battery. You seen the Matrix? They charge up to you. They like they food cooked rare with a little bit of blood in it.
They're going to be killed. But they eat energies. So it is dangerous in our tradition to go to this cave when it's very early in the morning or late in the afternoon because these energies can touch you. Yes, and make you sick. Now, what it means to me is that, like in the North American natives, where they used to do the vision quest and so on, there has been a special kind of hills where there was a lot of conifers, perhaps. And now we know that the air could be charged by positive particles.
You heard him just throw the North American Native Americans under the bus? I just told you they're the same people. Look at this. Look back to North America. Look at this cave house. Look at all these.
For a long time.
So pretty wealthy. What they would have used to actually
look at all
get
these
into
holes. Look at all these holes in these caves. You wanted to throw North America under the bus.
Were hand and foot holes. So it was basically like rock climbing.
Just rock climbing to get home
so
every day.
Climbing up, getting onto the roof, and then going down. And their enemies here were the Navajos, Apaches, Comanches, and the Utes. So if any of
now see that? Everybody that's civilized. Look at this. Look at this foolery. She gonna show you a cave house, and the dude said they're the same people. He in South America, in Peru, in the highland. Talking about they eat people. They eat energy.
Something like that, yes, the morning, something like this.
Outside.
And when the cataclysm happened, most of these...
They went underground. Like how many of y'all got legends of going underground? The legend of the 7 caves ain't got nothing to do with these people in Peru in the highlands. The legend of the 7 caves is for North American natives. Ain't got nothing to do with these cave people.
Nowadays, early in the morning and late in the afternoon, they come out of these kind of caves and sit there to take this light that was as it was before. Because if this come into the full light, they're going to be burned, they're going to be killed. But they eat energies. So it is dangerous in our tradition to go to this cave when it's very early in the morning or late in the afternoon because these energies can touch you. Yes, and make you sick.
This is disgusting. You see what I'm saying? This is cave people. This is cave folk. They all around the world with this. I was talking about
you can help your child improve their math skills. We're
all over the world with this. all over the world. Look at this. It's cavemen. Got the same technology. Hold on. See what I'm talking about. Hold up. Hold up.
Easy tigers.
Look at this right here. See, this is what they want to tell you. It's a
The pipe work in the wall.
It's a whole nother world.
And then rendered over it. Now this pipe
No,
work's so old.
It's
It looks
an
like
underground world.
Doesn't it? Looks like it's turned to rock.
It's the troll world.
This surface has been scratched up with a zigzag, and it would have been rendered over, so you wouldn't have seen this pipe. It wouldn't have been exposed. It had been behind the render.
All this is underground, 6 feet.
And this is one in Malta.
This how they digging.
See where they scratched up the wall because that was all rendered.
In these caves, in these holes.
And the pipe work went in the chase. Here you can see now, bricked up. You've got the terminal, and then you've got the bricked up service.
They trying to keep these niggas out. They're trying to keep them out the caves. Let's go back to Peru right quick. Because they don't understand.
Some foolish idiot put dynamite into and blew the top off. Either because they were thinking that there was.
Look at this. He's showing us the whole cave now. Telling you they come outside to snatch people. Telling you they come outside.
Maybe both.
And if they touch you, you're gonna die. Now they're gonna say these people Mayans, these people Incas. Look at this. Pause. Look at that. See how they got that buried up, that cave buried up? Look at that. All of that stuff on the outside is because they live in there. Look at that. I know you see it. All of that fancy stuff is for this. Because they living inside these mountains. Inside of
and the beautifully carved port.
Look at this door. Somebody trying to tell y'all, man. Y'all be sleeping on these cavemen. Y'all sleep on their architectural abilities. They do all this stuff underground. They hobbits. They troglodytes. Trolls. Look at this. Live in their cave.
As I've said probably too many times, from the living rock.
I mean, you niggas, living in a cave
is exceptional. Aside from the graffiti, beautiful 90-degree angles
from cavemen, perfect.
And inside too, here too.
There's got to be a reason why they so sharp. That's what I'm trying to show you. These niggas is sharp everywhere. Look at this, 90-degree angles in caves all over the world. 90-degree angles. This back in Malta. Troglodytes.
My mate messaged me going, mate, go back and get that carpet. That's worth loads of money. Mental.
And they trying to figure out, what is this? Who are these people? Who live in these caves? That's what everybody trying to figure out. Who building houses on the outside of caves? The windows. Look at this.
Air to move through it.
And this ain't what they talking about. Like he said in the beginning, hold on, this is off the beaten path. Why she say that? Hold on.
I'm going to walk back in one more time.
This is the other one. But yeah, this not something that they showing you. They're not gonna show you where they eat people at, where they come out and eat energy. They're not showing you that. That there's two types of people on the earth. That there's one small step for man and a giant leap for mankind. They're not showing you that.
Grammarly helps make your writing.
See, they trying to figure out in Europe. They like, well, how they get all these train stations all of a sudden? Niggas just pop up with all these train stations. They trying to figure this out.
Must have been the same people or race. Or
Now look at these holes right here in the wall. You see these holes? All of this underground. Listen, this is the grass right here at the top. This is the grass level. This is the level of the ground. It's bridges going over this stuff. This is Trollville. But this is how they climb. Just like the girl told you from the Mexicans. They climb up this to their caves, to these little holes in the wall. Nobody living like this but a troglodyte. This is not human. This is mankind. This is a kind of man. And they trying to figure this out.
The same, exactly the same beings, because it's exactly the same technique.
You call them beings.
And it's even been filled in after the same as in Malta. There's the zigzag cuttings. So it's been filled in the same as Malta and in England.
I done took you to France.
This reminds me of Valletta, this area.
Look at this.
I'm definitely going up there for a weekend.
They don't even know what's going on.
I'm going to map this place out.
Look at the whole world up here, the real world. That's what I'm telling you. These kings and queens, they got trolls living underneath that was digging. These hobbits that you see in these fairy tales, that you see in these sci-fi movies. These jewels.
It's even stranger. So, this was the ticket office in 1830 for the train station. Can you believe it? It looks like something out of Fred Flintstone. Or a catacomb. Exactly the same beings, because it's exactly the same technique.
They put a train station.
This reminds me of Valletta, this area. I'm definitely going up there for a weekend.
Hold on.
And I'm going to map this place out. It gets even stranger. So,
look at this. Look at the sophistication. You see that? That's what I be wanting y'all to see. I want y'all to see how fly these niggas is, how they got arches and beams and how they building up these joints all over the country. They got pottery. This is real, man. There's two types of people in the world. You got men, you got kinds of
the
men.
ticket office in 1830.
You got whole people living underground.
For the train station. Can you believe it? It looks like something out of Fred Flintstone. Or a catacomb. Like, this is me in a catacomb in Malta.
I'm not even gonna play with y'all niggas no more. This ain't even playtime. Playtime is over for y'all niggas, man. Y'all walk around the world trying to assimilate with cavemen and Neanderthals. That's trippy. Walking around the world trying to be friends with Neanderthals. I just want to hear my man say this one time.
Some of us are born with it.
How they not teaching this in school? How they keeping this out of school? One time we
have lemures, we have Atlants, we have all of these kind of previous people. For us, the ñaupas and the machos has been those who has been inhabited here. And before of that, even they say that they used to inhabit this planet when there was not the sun here. That it was like a twilight, something like that, just in the morning, something like this. And
that's how you get these light complected people. That's how you get that. They can't come out during the day, during the sun.
There. And nowadays, early in the morning and late in the afternoon, they come out of these kind of caves.
Nowadays, they still coming out these caves. He said nowadays. He didn't say a million years ago. He said nowadays. Y'all don't know it's getting hot. It's getting hot in here.
Reduce their size to live there. And nowadays, early in the morning and late in the afternoon, they come out of these kind of caves and sit there to take this light that was as it was before. Because if this come into the
the light as it was before, they know what time it is. They back in a whole nother sun. They ready to start eating people again. Cause he just told you.
Nowadays, early in the morning and late in the afternoon, they come out of
nowadays, nigga, the same people that
those who has been inhabit here. And before of that, even they say that they used to inhabit this planet when there was not the sun, something like this. And when the cataclysm happened, most of these people has been extinguished under the ground in caves and so on. And they has been also reduced because they were giants. And they has been reduced their size to live there. And nowadays, early in the morning and late in the afternoon, they come out of these kind of caves
not
and
100
sit
years
there.
ago. Nowadays, nigga,
This light that was as it was before. Because if this come into the full light, they're going to be burned, they're going to be killed. But they eat energies. So it is dangerous in our tradition to go to this cave when it's very early in the morning or late in the afternoon.
this is what we up against. 4 feet niggas that eat energy. This is who. This is the competition. 3-foot people that eat energy that can't come out in the daytime. They saying they Indians. They ain't got how you building, how you growing food in a cave.
So it is dangerous in our tradition to go to this cave when it's very early in the morning or late in the afternoon because these energies can touch you and make you sick.
Ain't nothing good about them niggas. If they touch you, they make you sick. And y'all gonna argue about we, them, they, us. Peace to the God. Hope this helps. See y'all on the other side.